It's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's the Loop guys. You sir?
I think so. I think the people are ready for round two.
Yep. So we had some big competition in the first round. We're gonna get right into it here, and we'll start off with. I think we're gonna do second and third round in this video, probably the final too, just to really get through it all. Does that sound good to you, sir?
Or do we make people wait and we talk for 30 minutes for the final before we decide?
No, that's
I think
definitely an
that
option.
could be fun.
That
I
could
think
be.
that would get people to watch.
We could do an in-depth analysis on the last one. We might have to do
Pull
it.
up the research articles, go through EMG studies.
And also, everyone who's watching, remember in the comments, write who you think should win each competition, each series between the two, and if you agree with the numbers too. So, shall we get right into it, sir? Dumbbell bicep curls versus the incline dumbbell curl. Do you want to go first, or shall I?
I mean, you finished the last one, which I'll start this one off then. So they're almost the same, but slightly different. But I do just like a classic dumbbell bicep curl over the incline dumbbell curl. It's a classic. It gets the muscle. It does the job. I would say dumbbell bicep curls.
What do you think their score is? For the people not watching, we do the games to 10, and it's just off of our own pure will.
I would say it's close. I would say like 10-9. Honestly.
I think what you didn't say is, although like people like Jeff Nippard like it when you get a full stretch on the bicep, to me, when you're on an incline and your shoulders are back there, my shoulders don't feel safe. Like I feel like I'm gonna pop them out. So I don't always like the incline dumbbell curl. Dumbbell bicep curls is just a classic that we could all do. It's easy to figure out. You don't have to be a master in the gym in order to know how to do it. I think it's. What did you say? 10-9, sir?
Yeah, 10-9.
I actually.
It's a good exercise.
I'm gonna push for 10-8.
That's fine. I'm all right with that. I mean, honestly, like, I know those guys push a lot of maximal stretch, but if you stretch a muscle to a point like too far, where there's been a couple times where I've been doing those incline dumbbell curls, and I stretch my arms out a little too far, where it's almost like painful and troublesome, even in the bicep, to get them to come back to like the point where I need them to curl. If you stretch a muscle too far, you're gonna basically separate the actin and myosin too far apart where they can't grab each other, which is what gets the contraction. You want them in an optimal length, so this way when they do contract, they can grab and they can pull, and we get a happy muscle and a nice pump.
Yeah, if you're in a actively or passively insufficient position, meaning your muscle's as short as it can get or as long as it can get, you're more likely to get an injury. So we don't necessarily want that, even if it does give you potential to get a little bit bigger biceps. You can get big biceps with better safety.
You can get big tears too with too much of a stretch.
Very true. Next, wow. Easy bar curl versus dumbbell curl. Oh, dumbbell preacher curl.
There's one clear, easy answer.
We might disagree on it, sir. But
I might know where you live.
If we are going for the Bicepathon, something that you can do every motion of the bicep, make those biceps as girthy and thick as possible. There's only one where you can do active supination while you also flex at your elbow, and that is the dumbbell preacher curl.
You made me happy.
Yeah, the dumbbell preacher curl. I think it has to take it. To me, dumbbells are one of the best ways. Dumbbells and cables are probably some of the best ways to train your biceps because you can do supination with them. I tend to like dumbbells a little more than the cables because the cable, it's sort of awkward when you're twisting the handle. It just doesn't feel right. Whereas the dumbbells, it just sort of feels more natural going through the movement. As far as the easy bar curl, you can't get the range of motion you can with the dumbbell.
No, it's not a bad exercise either. I do like the easy bar curl too, but the preacher curl, we're propped up arms down, and you're getting just a full contraction with the bicep during it. And the more, like you're talking, more mobility, it makes the bicep work harder because you got to stabilize it too. So I'm all a fan of more mobility to increase stability to increase muscle activation.
What do we think we got on the score here, sir?
They're a far stretch. It's a 10 to a 6, I would say.
Wow, 6. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Again, not a bad exercise, but when battling up against the dumbbell preacher curl, I just think it's superior.
It is. It is better. And it's hard to argue otherwise. All right, we could go with 6. I'll believe it. I'll buy it.
Perfect.
Right into the next one. Easy bar, or oops, machine bicep curl versus a single arm cable curl. Sir, you're next.
Well, off of first judgment, people jump and think, well, the machine bicep curl. Why would we pick that? And it gives you the appropriate amount of contraction, similar to the preacher curl does, where you're getting a lot of bicep activation. But then on the other side, we have the beautiful single arm cable curl that also purely works on stability and it gives you full tension across the same angle of weight that we're using. And you get a really good pump with that one too. And you have two superior exercises. And I'm completely kidding. I said the last episode that this was going to get knocked out first. It's not the machine bicep curl. It's the single arm cable curl. And if you ever are going to pick between two exercises and I hear that, you're like, hey, Dr. Tom, I'm happy to see you in the gym today. I have a question. Should I do the machine bicep curl or the single arm cable curl? I'm probably going to slap you and just tell you to go over there to the cables and stop talking to me.
All right. I think that's a good score.
I think so too.
Right on to the next one.
It said 0.
Machine bicep curl scored nothing. Let's do this one. It's honestly, I can't do that. I can't be that mean. I'll give it a good 4.
No, give it a 1. That's not being mean.
All right, I'll give it a 1. All right.
It's not a bad exercise, again, if you're a starter, but I'm just being mean to the exercise because there's just better options. If you're someone who's just getting into the gym, I'm not hating on anybody. Of course, the machine bicep curl is good for the biceps. I do it, like I said, at the end of my workout to just finish off the exercise. Overall, not bad.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, all of these exercises are good exercises. There's not a bad one in here. It's just our own personal preference. We're sort of having a fun time. And, of course, we know everything. On to the next one.
Exactly. Incredibly smart. One last one before the semifinals. You get to pick.
Easy bar curl versus the spider curl. Now, easy bars are sort of nice. You know, easy bar feels comfortable on the wrists, on the elbows. You can always get a good bicep contraction. Spider curls, on the other hand, sort of an awkward position for some people. However, you're going to most likely use a dumbbell. You can use a easy bar as well for the spider curl. As far as positioning of your shoulder, it's actually pretty similar with both, but the preacher curls are a little bit more stable. I think because we have the option of the dumbbell, and I stated it before, I just feel like the dumbbell is better for the easy bar when we're trying to work the biceps. I am actually going to go with the spider curl.
And I already won the one battle that we were able to have the preacher curl. And I apologize if we hear a squeaker. We got a new puppy in the house, and he's enjoying a new toy. But I would say I can let the easy bar preacher curl go.
I know how much you love preacher curls, sir, but I think for this one we have to, and I think it's a slight edge. It's not a huge edge like some of these other.
That's the thing with the spider curl. Like, you didn't specify whether it was a dumbbell or a barbell or an easy bar. So you gave it that little Swiss Army knife action where it's like, I can't disagree if you have a bicep. Of course you have a bicep. If you have a brain also, and you understand that the dumbbell is going to end up working a little bit more, I get it.
I do think it's still close, but I wouldn't say it was like a game winner. I'm going to go with 8 to 10.
I said, yeah. As soon as you said that, I said 8 to 10 in my head.
Yeah. All right, sir. Well, that is the end of round 2. Now, the question is, should we just end the video here and then have 3 more intense games left? Or should we go into the second round? Or third round, my bad.
I think I think we let the people wait until next week. Thanks for watching.
I agree. We'll see you guys next week.